Hi everybody, this is the reveal for the folks that picked pile number 1 on the Monday night picks. We're first going to start off with a card from the what you need to the power of surrender. And the card that came up for the folks in pile number 1 is Surrender, Fear of Intimacy. You are ready to let love in, compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. So, this card is telling me that, there's things that are blocking you currently that aren't allowing you to open your heart fully to others. And it's time for you to release those things and move forward. Even if it's, showing some intimacy towards yourself, loving yourself and letting that love into your heart about yourself as well. But you need to, there's some blockages going on there that you need to let go of, whether it be, most of the time the blockages are from past experiences. So some past experiences have caused you to kind of put up walls and not allow you to be truly open to others. So the next card that came up is Transition. And this basically talks about the same thing. It's time to let go. A swift release creates the right conditions for positive change. See the beauty in surrender, a turning point. So when we surrender something, it obviously causes some type of change within us. Whether, we're letting go of things that no longer serve us, no longer are to our highest good. And this card, as well as the Surrender to Your Fear to Intimacy card, is telling you it's time to let these things go in your life. And this card's saying that it's going to, happen quickly for you. You can see the leaves kind of blowing off the trees pretty quickly in this picture. But once you do let go of those things, positive change is going to come in. And you're going to feel, you're going to feel much better about yourself. You're going to feel so much lighter once you let these things go. I know I myself just recently, left a position, a field that I had been in for 35 years, and it was weighing heavy on me for the last couple of years. And I feel very different. People even see me and tell me I look very different since I've left there, just because I released all that heaviness that I was carrying around, carrying other people's baggage. So once you let go of that, a whole new person emerges from you, a happier person, a person who can see the beauty around them and within themselves. And that's the point that you want to be able to get to. So right now you are in the transition of getting there, and it sounds like it's going to be a pretty quick transition for you. The next card that came up is the Balance card. And let's take a look. We saw this card the other night when I did the weeklies for everybody with the Moon deck. And what do we think of when we think of balance? Balance is, well, it's not only standing up on your own 2 feet without falling down, but it's getting the body, the mind, and the spirit basically all in sync and on the same page. Sounds like, oh, that's good, we can do that. It's, not always an easy thing to do because there's always outside influencing factors. But, once we do get that, everything all in sync, we are a much fuller person. We don't want us, balance is something that it allows you to realize that being overwhelmed isn't a place that you want to really visit. And it's definitely not a place where you want to be at home at, being imbalanced. You want to reach for that balanced state, because when you're imbalanced, your life is usually very chaotic. You're not very happy with things around you. Things just don't seem like they ever go your way when you're in an imbalanced state. So do we really want to stay there as that be our permanent place? I would hope not. So it's important for you to know where your imbalances lie. Where we're too much something. And we need to be honest about ourselves so that it can be identified easily. And that's why I put the denial card back next to this, because I kind of feel like there's something that's causing imbalance in you that you're not really seeing the truth about or admitting the truth about. So it's time for you to, get inside, kind of analyze, go into maybe that little hermit stage for a little bit and figure out what this thing, well, I think you already know what that imbalance thing is, but you're not really admitting it. And it's time to let that go so you can live a more peaceful life, a calm life, a life that brings happiness into you and to those people around you. And when we're in balance, we can manifest so many awesome things in our life. So there's during this transition stage that you're in, you need to work on this balancing thing, getting that mind, body, spirit, soul all on that same page and in sync with each other, so that your life is ready for this action that's needed to be taken. Okay, there's some type of action. Obviously we know the action is letting things go at this point, but this card is basically saying that it's time for you to move towards your dreams. Move forward with confidence. But if you're imbalanced, can you move forward with confidence? No, because you don't have any. And it's saying now is the perfect time to act. So I want to pull some clarifiers on that action card to see where we might want to be taking action towards. What is that dream you want to be taking action towards? What is the action? Okay, we got the Page of Fire card. So when we look at the Page of Fire, it talks about being outgoing, creative, confident, mischievous, maybe getting yourself in a little bit of trouble. But it's also saying that there's a new endeavor that's coming into your life. And you need to use originality and ingenuity in this endeavor. So it's time to take action to move into this new endeavor that's coming into your life. It's going to be something in the creative front. It's going to bring a lot of passion into you. It's something that you're passionate about. Let me just see what's on the bottom of the deck. This deck is thick. And then we got the Eight of Earth on the bottom of the deck. So it's saying that, skilled work is rewarded when this comes along. Learning all there is to know about a topic. So, you might go back to school. Maybe that's the action you need to take, but it may just be learning. I'm seeing this Eight of Earth with this new endeavor more about learning new things about yourself. You're going to the school of you at this point because you've gone through this transition. So that's where the action that you need to take is you need to study yourself more at this point. And you'll be rewarded in the end when you kind of learn, okay, what works for me and what doesn't. And that's when that new exciting, that's a new exciting endeavor is rediscovering yourself, reinventing yourself. And let's just pull some soul tree cards to see what we got here. We got intention, so we need to set those intentions on the next new moon. We just left that, and make sure you're clear with those intentions. The universe has a sense of humor. If you're not clear, you'll never know what you're gonna get. Passion, and we talked about a passionate Passionate new adventures coming to you. And let's take one more. And just be, okay? Sometimes we need some time just to kind of just simply be, or just be yourself. Okay? Be who you truly are. You don't need to be what other people want to be. And once you get yourself in sync over here with being balanced, that's where you're going to end up being, is just being who you are. Okay, I hope this made sense, and I hope you have a great evening.